noticing on my other tapes that or videos that the wind noise is just horrible, and I'm using this Sony camera. Now, I've got a Kodak at home. This one I'm really impressed with the way this one is set up. You can turn the display off, which is really great on conserving the battery life. And I went out yesterday, and I'm running on the same battery charge today, and I've probably got 250 or 300 megabytes worth of video that I downloaded off this camera at home. And I probably got an hour or so's worth of video on here, so I'm not doing some major editing, or I'm going to be waiting on a while on that upload of live video. But I'm impressed with the stamina and the picture quality is good. The audio quality is pretty good. I've noticed when I get the speed up that the microphone takes on quite a bit of air, so you get that kind of whoosh noise coming through there once in a while, especially when I'm on the straights and speed up. So what I did was I put some Scotch tape over the microphone, and hopefully that'll eliminate that. And just a little strip, you know, a square size about the size of a pencil eraser, and just stuck it over the top there to eliminate that air from getting down inside that microphone. We'll see how that does. I've heard it does well. I've read some things with Y88 doing similar type of things, and to his cameras before he went with the Kodak camera that he's using, and he may be doing that now. I don't know. It seems like he changes his camera setup so often. It's interesting to see some of the ideas and concepts he comes up with. You know me, I just turn this thing on its side and drop it down between my nose and this chin guard and let it ride. I don't have any right now. I'll call it my naked camera configuration, because I don't have any Velcro. I haven't modified the camera at all. Out of box, put the battery in, put the memory card in there, charge it all up, turn it over on its side in portrait mode, drop it in the helmet, and go. And that's how easy it was with this camera. I haven't tried my other Kodak. I've got another version of the Kodak camera. Actually runs on the AA batteries, and I've got some rechargeable batteries that go with that, so I can carry more with me and don't have to worry about stopping somewhere with AC power and charging. But still, I need to try that camera. I'm really impressed with how thin this one is. But we'll see. And the fact that you can turn the display off is a pretty awesome feature. I mean, I'd love to see Kodak come out with a firmware upgrade for their cameras that would allow you to turn that off. I mean, it really sucks the battery, right? You know, just even if you got the fully charged lithium, if you start running the thing with that little display running, it really just cuts out on your stamina on your camera. I mean, when it's up in your house, I mean, when the camera's up in your face and on your nose like this, I could really care less about whether what kind of display it's got on it. Now, if I'm out standing, walking around and stuff, it's kind of nice to switch over to that and see what's kind of feeding through the lens. But anyway, I may look at Kodak and recommend that to them on their website. This used to be a whole lot of farmland out here, and all these houses, I don't know if you've been noticing or if I've even been looking around very much. It's just familiar territory for me, so forgive me for not going on or talking about any of the buildings or homes or anything out here. these main homes along this highway have been here, but there's all kinds of little subdivisions that's popped up out here. It used to all be farms. And when I had my GS, I'd love to ride this road. I live just right around the corner back there when we started. And I would hop on the GS, and this would be my road. Now, this is like Highway 64 out there near my home now. This road was one of my favorites to start on, and if I just had a little while I could spare to ride, I would come out here and ride this road. It was very relaxing, and so that area that we were in at the head of this road is considered Hermitage. Percy Priest Lake is right there. There's a big water park there too, Nashville Shores. And the dam, and they rent some boats and things out there too, so. It's a nice little road. Get a lot of curves in it. You know, it's good practice. Once you've run it a few times, it's not so complicated. You can't memorize it. But there's some pretty sharp curves in here, and there's some decreasing radius curves too. So I don't recommend coming back here and just in little dips, and the road's not the angle on the road is not always going with the curve. And a lot of blind curves like this one. Come up top of these hills and the road just swoops. I mean, if you're really going fast, you can imagine topping that. And now I'm doing 55 right now, and it's like 35 back here or something like that. You can imagine coming across one of these little rises and going too fast and trying to hit one of these curves. You'd be off into somebody's field or yard. Okay, I'm going to give you a little, here's a tip. I don't know how you position your feet on your pegs, but right now, my hands are pretty relaxed. I mean, I'm using the palm of my glove basically to hold my throttle, and I can cover my brake this way. I can cover my clutch this way. Now, to be able to do this and keep your arms real nice and loose, you need to do that anyway. But the best way to do it to keep from getting your arms all, feel like you're having to rest your body, because you can actually, I find myself locking my elbows sometimes to relieve my legs. So to relieve that and keep your arms nice and relaxed, where you can counter steer and move the bike quickly. I typically move my feet, like, instead of putting the pegs in my arch on my foot, I'll move my foot back toward the rear of the bike and use the ball of my foot. You know, that area there, right there between your arch and your toes on the pegs, and that makes me. And it's not like it's like I'm standing on my tippy toes, but I'm not, because my toes aren't touching anything. They're like hanging off the peg. And what are you looking at? You're not supposed to be doing that anyway.